A fire turned Ouwei's house into a fiery stage. Firefighters prepared to extinguish it, but the developer, like a lunatic, ordered them to halt the water. Honestly, this house didn't even meet building codes, and Ouwei finally saw the developer's true. In just one night, the house turned into rubble, leaving only her father's watch, and Ouwei became the homeless kid. She dragged her luggage to work, spent a night on the train, and when she woke up, there sat a lady in red high heels across from her. Ouwei jumped up in a panic, realizing the train was already moving, and at the very moment she finished speaking, the conductor appeared. Unfortunately, she felt embarrassed, so the lady covered her fare, and Ouwei promised ASAP repayment. When the train arrived, Ouwei hurriedly got off, but maybe she was too nervous because she forgot her luggage. While boarding the backpack, they locked eyes, and that woman's piercing gaze left a mark in Ouwei's heart all the way home. Ouwei couldn't help but chuckle. It was her first time feeling the heart-racing sensation, so she hopped on that same train every day. But strangely, that lady seemed to have vanished into thin air, and Ouwei held on for a full 3 weeks. Just when Ouwei was about to give up, she finally saw that familiar figure and said, "Hey." The lady's name was Sonia, a teacher. To impress, Ouwei lied, claiming military service. With nothing to say, she returned the fare, and Sonia thought for a moment before throwing out an invitation. "Wouldn't you consider it possible for me to eat during lunch?" "Lunch?" "Absolutely, I couldn't find anything to keep me home. I meant the restaurant." "All right. You say that. It's totally fine." But not just Ouwei. Sonia looked nervous too. Arriving on time with flowers, Ouwei felt out of place amid the lively restaurant vibes. Sonia noticed Ouwei only drank soup, skipping main dish to break awkwardness. Ouwei took the initiative, discussing engines, while Sonia just quietly listened until she suddenly asked her, "I have to go now." Surprisingly, Sonia wasn't put off. She was touched by Ouwei's sincerity. She kissed Ouwei in front of everyone, officially making them a couple, and 2 years later, Ouwei worked hard to become an engineer. Sonia remained by her side as Ouwei mustered the courage to propose. "I do. Will you marry me?" "I do. I have thought. Do you wish us to? I do." Will you marry me?" I do accept." I do. Upon discovering that Pavane didn't possess a driver's license, Ouwei couldn't resist but began to crack jokes and express his dissatisfaction. "How old are you?" 30. 30 and no car license? "Patrick's already been to the hospital. He might die, but I can drive." "Thanks. Let me." "All right, is it really this hard?" Ouwei had no choice but to drive Pavane and the kids to the hospital, handing the kids over to Ouwei while she checked on her husband's injuries. Despite having no babysitting experience, Ouwei patiently told stories, even using animal voices to get the kids giggling. The little ones gradually grew fond of the squirky old guy. In truth, Ouwei loved kids but didn't want any ties before he kicked the bucket, so he went to the platform alone. Ouwei was preparing for his 5th attempt, thinking no one knew him, but little did he know. A young guy suddenly collapsed in the tracks, and it looked like no one would help. Ouwei jumped down without a second thought to save him, but after getting the man up, he resolutely stood on the tracks. In a daze, he caught a glimpse of his childhood self, and memories flooded back, causing his suicide plan to fail once more. Back in the community, Pavane brought him a comic her daughter drew for him. With only Ouwei coloured in, maybe her life was supposed to be vibrant. Just then, a meow interrupted their conversation as a stray cat appeared at Ouwei's door, with blood on its neck. If they let the kitty go, it wouldn't survive the winter, but Pavane's kids were allergic, so they had to let Ouwei temporarily. Standing before his wife's gravestone, he sighed, "I didn't want to drag your soul down when I left. Now I am solely focused on handling my own affairs. I will definitely come back, I promise you that." That night, the little girl waved at Ouwei through the window, but when Pavane appeared, Ouwei quickly wiped away his smile. More things weighed on him. It felt like everyone opposed his suicide. From that day on, Ouwei patrolled with the kitty every day, taking care of the poor little fellow, while Pavane often brought over some of her homemade goodies. To show gratitude, Ouwei knocked on his neighbour's door, offering to teach Pavane to drive due to her husband's mobility issues. As the car reached a stoplight, the pickup behind them started honking furiously, and Pavane tried to start the car multiple times but stalled from nerves. Ouwei couldn't take it anymore due to the constant honking, and angrily got out of the car. Ouwei gave the driver a good reprimand. "Drop dead, don't you dare do that again." Drop dead, drop dead, drop dead. Ouwei returned to the passenger seat. With his patient guidance, Pavane finally managed to start the car, and by evening, the couple was ready to head out. So they left the kids with Ouwei, who not only tidied up but also fixed their dishwasher when they returned home. He took excellent care of the two kids, and late at night, Ouwei lay in bed, finally enjoying the company of a